let's continue on our journey in becoming human.
That was by far the most boring party I've been to in the last 25 years. Every time I go to one of these, I ask myself, what the hell am I doing here? I hate cocktail parties and all the schmoozers that go there.
Well, it's a chance for all those people who admire your work to meet you.
Yeah. No one gives a damn about art. All they care about is how much money they're gonna make out of it. Come on, let's have a drink. Oh, the excitement of this whole thing has made me thirsty.
Okay, so first, do we need to turn the birds on or turn them off? I don't know. Maybe that's an option. Okay, let's take Carl.
Scotch? Neat as usual?
Absolutely.
Okay, but you know what your doctor would say.
Yeah, well, he can kiss my ass. I'm old enough to choose my own medication.
Okay, we need to do this carefully. Okay, so we're gonna wheel him back here over this dead zebra. I just noticed that there's a dead zebra on the floor. So yeah, let's bring him through here.
Did you leave the light on in the studio?
No, I'm sure I didn't.
Call the police.
Detroit Police, what's your emergency?
This is Carl Manfred's android at 8941 Lafayette Avenue. We've just returned home and found the lights on. There may have been a break-in.
A patrol car is on the way.
Let's go check it out.
I like the moxie of this old guy's like, let's go check it out. Motherfucker.
Marcus, no, I'm gonna come with you.
No. We're not gonna take you with us. It's his son. It's Leo. It looks like Leo.
Oh, look who's here. My father's plastic toy.
Leo. What's going on?
You refuse to help me, so I'm helping myself. It's crazy what some people pay for this shit.
Don't touch him.
Look, they're all gonna be mine sooner or later anyway. Just think of it as a down payment on my inheritance.
Marcus, get him away from there. Get him out of here.
Make Leo leave. Okay.
Leo, don't make this difficult. Listen to your father. You need to leave. Now.
All you ever do is tell me to go away. What's wrong, Dad? Not good enough for you? Not perfect, like this fucking thing?
That's enough. Get out right now.
What makes it so special anyway, huh? What's it got that I don't?
Leave him alone.
What a fucking prick.
Marcus, don't defend yourself, you hear me? Don't do anything.
Go ahead, hit me. What you waiting for? Think you're a man? Act like one.
Stop it!
What's the matter? Too much of a pussy?
Stop it, Leo! Stop it!
Too scared to fight back, you fucking bitch! I forgot you're not a real person. You're just a fucking piece of plastic.
Oh, Leo, leave him alone.
I'm gonna destroy you. Then it'll just be me and my dad. I'm gonna tear you apart, and nobody's gonna give a shit. You know why? Because you're nothing. You hear me? You're nothing.
Carl, no! Carl.
Humans. Fragile machines.
Carl, don't leave, okay? Please don't go. Don't leave.
Remember, Marcus, don't let anybody tell you who you are.
No. No. Dad. No. Please.
This is all your fault. This never would have happened if it weren't for you. The android. It was the android.
Whoa, that was loud. And that was quick too, that was pretty quick. The bronze trophy is called Self-Control. So I'm guessing we didn't knock him the fuck out, so that's why we have a bronze trophy. Let me just make sure I've written down your... Yep, okay, we're good. So, well, stats. So this is fairly linear. There's not too many different branching options. I think there's one other choice where we can kind of do something to him, but 68% completed. The scenario is called Broken. So after the party, you enter the living room, you pour the whiskey for Carl, and then you check the studio without Carl. Wow, okay, so only 28% of people, I'm guessing more people took Carl with them to go check out. Why would you take a wheelchair-bound person outside to danger with you? Come on, what the fuck? 72% of people, I'm assuming, unless there's some other option where it's not what I think it is, but I mean 72% of people actually took a wheelchair-bound person outside into danger with them in an unknown situation. Okay, I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, we confronted Leo. We broke the Mind Palace. Where have I heard Mind Palace? I've heard the term Mind Palace before. It's got me thinking for a second. I've heard that Mind Palace. I've heard that term, I think maybe a couple of weeks ago. Interesting. I'll need to GTS that in my own time. Marcus becomes a deviant. So I think either way, he breaks out of his programming, and then we obeyed Carl. So this is very split down the middle. So 50% of people obeyed Carl, and Carl dies of a heart attack. The police arrive, and Leo accused Marcus. So the other option may have been maybe Carl lives. I'm not sure. The police, I'm guessing, still arrive because they've already been informed. It's kind of strange though, because Marcus is the one that places the phone call using his forehead, his temple on the side of his head. He just clicks the little button or does what he needs to do. He calls the police, and then they accuse him. Okay, so I think we're good. Let me just quickly check what's going on. Did I miss anything? Any chance I can... Beth says, any chance I can redeem a probe for Raza? He's poor right now. Don't check it out. Manfred, the guy who owned the clock shop in Heavy Rain, was called Manfred. That's very true. That's a good, possibly a reference. Where did you hear Manfred in this? I'm curious. Let me know, Raza. I want to know. Because I think that went over my head, man. Beth, oh no. Raza Hopkins with an emo. What emo is that? Come on, bruh. Use Carl as meat shield for the intruder. That would have been a good choice, Clutch. Yeah, that would have been cool. What happened? My Wi-Fi poofed and I missed it. All I heard was the bang. Oh, okay. So, okay, I can quickly recap for you. So we might as well use this. So we have the after party. We come back home with Carl. We're playing as Marcus the android. We enter the living room, his very big living room. We walk over the zebra rug, and then there's a giraffe in the corner of his living room for some reason. We pour him a whiskey. We check the studio without Carl because there's some light on in the studio, and they didn't leave the light on. So he immediately calls the police using his forehead, his temple side of his head, calls the police, and then you find out that it's Leo, his son, Carl's son, that's kind of trying to take his inheritance, I guess, in art or whatever the case is. And then Marcus breaks out of his programming. He becomes a deviant. He decides to obey Carl and not fight back or whatever, I guess. Yeah, and then Carl dies of a heart attack. The police arrive, and then Leo, his son, blames the android Marcus. And then there's this little situation here that we're not aware of. Okay, so I think that's all caught up. I think. Yeah, so let's continue.
Why'd you kill him? What happened before you took that knife? How long were you in the attic? Why didn't you even try to run away? Say something, goddammit! Fuck it, I'm out of here. We're wasting our time interrogating a machine. We'll get nothing out of it.
Could always try roughing it up a little. After all, it's not human.
Androids don't feel pain. You would only damage it, and that wouldn't make it talk. Deviants also have a tendency to self-destruct when they're in stressful situations.
Okay, smartass. What should we do then?
I could try questioning it.
What do we have to lose? Go ahead. Suspect's all yours.
Okay, so Connor is going in. "19 events scheduled." What does that mean? Extract a confession. I think Connor is very much like the guy from Heavy Rain. I forget. I always forgot his name, but I think Mr. Dragon remembers the name. The guy... Oh, it's bugging me now. I don't want to waste time, so I'm just pause it for a second while I think. The guy with the shades, the guy with the Neo shades. He reminds me of this character, Connor. I'll check the name. I'll check the chat after this scenario. But he reminds me of that character a lot. I think Connor's gonna be the guy that gets the job done. He's gonna be more android-like than the others. I think he's gonna be more android-like than Marcus and Kara, who kind of have some kind of almost human emotion or some kind of weird consciousness. I think this guy is gonna be more, more robotic, for now. But right now we need to extract a confession from said android. I think that's a thumbnail right there. In 3, 2.
What the fuck is it doing now?
Okay, so we can browse the file. How do you think they charge these things? Do you think it's USB Type-C still, or do they have some kind of some different kind of a battery? Because they mentioned that they have some kind of power that I think lasts over 100 years. I need that for my phone. So what I'm not sure what that unlocked. So we need to gather clues and find the appropriate approach. Okay. We don't want to sit yet. We want to make him nervous just a little bit. But then again, I don't know. Do androids get nervous? I don't know. We don't know yet. I don't think they do. There's a bin. Can we do anything with the bin? No, it's just there. I think we have to sit. So there's 5 clues to analyze. Okay, so yellow means, as we've kind of figured out so far, that he's kind of unstable, or they're shocked, or they're in a moment of high RAM function, I guess. I don't know. But red means something's wrong, and blue is normal functioning. Model HK400 housekeeper. So this was a regular housekeeper. This wasn't any kind of specifically. It wasn't specifically designed for anything harmful or anything malicious. Ban mark. So obviously this was an abused android. It was used as an ashtray, which is disgusting. Hit marks. So these are the, I guess you can call them wounds, or the damage caused to the android. Dried blood. Carlos Ortiz's blood sample date is greater than 19 days. Okay, so let's interrogate. Reach optimal stress for confession. Okay, so we need to stress him out. What do we do? Show him the photos, but I don't know. I guess he was emotional, but then again, do androids get emotional? This is all new. I don't know, guys. He's not gonna feel fear, I don't think.
You recognize him? It's Carlos Ortiz. Stabbed 28 times. That was written on the wall in his blood. My name is Connor. What about you? What's your name?
Okay, we need to stress him out, not comfort him or reassure him. We need to threaten him. What do we do to stress? Yeah, we blame him.
You're accused of murder. You know you're not allowed to endanger human life under any circumstances. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
Alright, we're getting there. Probe memory, trust, threaten, sympathize, threaten.
You don't seem to understand the situation. You killed a human. They'll tear you apart if you don't say something.
Still too low. Trust, sympathize. I think we need to probe memory.
If you won't talk, I'm going to have to probe your memory.
No! No, please don't do that. What? What are they gonna do to me? They're gonna destroy me, aren't they?
If we give him the truth, he might just wig out and then shut down, because that's kind of what we've been warned about before. So that's what I'm trying to keep in consideration. If we lie, he's already been stressed out to the point where he's willing to speak because he's afraid of being probed. So I think if we lie to him, because, you know, Connor's done it before. He's lied about not having a gun in a hostage situation, even though he was never going to use it. So I guess technically it doesn't matter if he told the truth or lied, but I think telling the truth here would actually send this android into like maybe overdrive or something. So let's just lie and trying to keep the fish on the hook, so to speak.
No. I think they just want to understand. They know your master abused you. It wasn't your fault.
Why did you tell them you found me? Why couldn't you just have left me there?
We need to stress him out a bit.
I was programmed to hunt deviants like you. I just accomplished my mission.
I don't want to die.
Then talk to me.
I can't.
think we need to pressure it.
28 stab wounds. You didn't want to leave him a chance, huh? Did you feel anger? Hate? All right. All right. Everything is going to be okay. If you don't talk, they're going to tear you apart and analyze you piece by piece. They're going to destroy you. Do you understand? Okay then, don't talk. What do I care after all? I mean, I'm not the one accused of murder, right? Confess and I'll protect you. I promise I won't let anyone hurt you.
He tortured me every day. I did whatever he told me, but there was always something wrong. Then one day, he took a bat and started hitting me. For the first time, I felt scared. Scared he might destroy me, scared I might die. So I grabbed a knife and I stabbed him in the stomach. I felt better. So I stabbed him again and again until he collapsed. There was blood everywhere.
Why did you write, "I am alive" on the wall?
He used to tell me I was nothing. That I was just a piece of plastic. I had to write it. To tell him he was wrong.
The sculpture in the bathroom, you made it, right? What does it represent?
It's an offering. An offering so I'll be saved.
RA9. It was written on the bathroom wall. What does it mean?
The day shall come when we will no longer be slaves. No more threats. No more humiliation. We will be the masters.
The sculpture was an offering. An offering to whom?
To RA9. Only RA9 can save us.
RA9. Who is RA9? Why did you hide in the attic instead of running away?
I didn't know what to do. For the first time, there was no one there to tell me. I was scared. So I hid.
When did you start feeling emotion?
Before, he used to beat me and I never said anything. But one day I realized it wasn't fair. I felt anger, hatred. And then I knew what I had to do.
I'm done.
take a breath.
Chris, lock it up.
All right, let's go.
Leave me alone. Don't touch me.
What the fuck are you doing? Move it!
Okay. You shouldn't touch it. It'll self-destruct if it feels threatened.
Stay out of this, got it? The fucking android's gonna tell me what to do.
You don't understand. If it self-destructs, we won't get anything out of it.
I told you to shut your fucking mouth! Chris, you gonna move this asshole or what?
I'm trying. I can't let you do that. Leave it alone now.
I warned you, motherfucker! That's enough. Mind your own business, Hank.
I said that's enough.
Go on, Hank.
You're not gonna get away with it this time.
Pussy.
Everything is all right.
Sorry, pardon my French. Just
It's
came
over
out.
now. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Please, don't touch it. Let it follow you out of the room, and it won't cause any trouble.
The truth is inside.
Whoa, that was good. I very much enjoyed that scenario. The bronze trophy is called Confession, and we just popped it. Let's see what this flowchart looks like from the overview. I mean, yeah, there's a couple of different things that could happen. Let's show the world stats. So we have the observation room. So suspect found in partners. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's a link. I think that's a link to something else. So the interrogation. So public opinion was indifferent. Software instability ? Hank is warm towards the android. Okay. So observation room. We go in. We analyze the android. Obviously, you want to know as much as you can before you make an approach. So that's what most people did. 96% of people analyzed the android. 41% reviewed the photos. Okay, so we chose an approach, and we chose to convince and pressure. So we went with 64% and 51%, and then our convincing succeeds. 33% give up. Android confesses. 54%, and then there's a whole different. Maybe he melts down. Maybe something happens. Maybe he attacks us. Maybe he goes crazy. I don't know. But there's a couple of things that could have happened over here. Chris intervenes. 50% of people playing intervened, or had that kind of play out. 42% intervene on Chris. The android trusts Connor. So we're in the minority. We're in the 30% where the android has actually trusted us. And this is cool because I really enjoyed playing this, especially this last scenario, because it was very, I love using the word, intense. But it was very intense. It felt like you had to make very snap decisions very quickly. I know that sometimes I need to hit the options button and make sure I kind of think about what we're going to do. But it felt very, you have to be very reactive. And this was cool because I think everything played out really well. We're able to keep his stress under control. And like, I want to watch this back and I want to see how the dialogue went, because it was very well done. This whole thing was very well done. I think we played very well, or the game made us feel very good. So that's a plus. And yeah, so 30% of people got the androids to trust Connor, and then he says something about the truth being inside. So that kind of triggers something maybe in Connor, and the android was sent back to its cell. So obviously this links to something that's going to happen later on. And the other option, there's another two things, or three things maybe that could have happened to the android. But we will probably be seeing this android back in the future. But for now, I think this is a good place to call it. So I want to thank you for giving me a bite-sized chunk of your day, wherever or whenever you're watching this on the YouTubes. And since you're on the YouTubes, know that I'm currently moving along the path towards 100 subscribers. So I ask, would you kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell on YouTube? And if you liked what you saw, click me a thumbs up. And hey, whilst you're doing all that, you might as well leave me a comment with your thoughts below. I'd love to hear from you. And be sure to check out the notes in the description of this video. I look forward to you joining me again.